Hi everybody. It has been a long time since I have filmed, so some of this may be a little rusty, but I am super excited to be here and to fill you in a little bit. So you can see I don't even have my nails done anymore. I stopped a couple of months ago. We have adopted a dog, and so we found her at the rescue, and I said, you know what, I can shift my nail budget to puppy food and toys, and it's been a wonderful decision. So I'm also a year into school, so school finished, just been maintaining the house. I started a new job, a new role at the same company, so I started a new role 3 weeks ago. Got the dog 2 months ago, so it's been a lot happening, and just getting back to taking care of myself, putting myself first, you know, fitness, rest. It's been nice, but I definitely miss videos. And, you know, it's the best time of year. Got my fall mug ready and my fall candle, and we're getting into the season of new things when we start to plan for the year. So I just wanted to give a little connect on my system so far, and how I'm using, what I'm using, and what I've ended up using just about every day this year. And it's just a little different just because of priorities and what's happening. So this is my brain dump, and that is all it is. It is a brain dump, and we can see this is a sterling ink, just plain notebook in mauve. You can see happiness can't be bought, but it can be rescued. I love that. Got that. We got our little pup. This is still here because I like that. This side has grown a little bit. We took a trip to Seattle, so I got that from Fremont, was the city we went to. This from Seattle. This was from my birthday last year. So all of these things just make me happy. So that's why they're there. And then for this one, every month is separated by the sterling ink printables. Now what I do, I started printing the B6, but it felt just so small. So these are actually A5 that I made a little template. I measured the perfect size, and I just put the vellum over top and cut it, and it works perfectly. It just helps, one less thing. So I've been using it all year. I use her freebie inserts every month. I don't have tab dividers because I don't need to get into it to reference back to months anymore, because I'll show you what I'm doing differently this year. Okay, so we just had August pass. Today is the first day of September. So I will, let's see, I'll take the first page. Okay, I'll leave a blank page and take my glue, tape runner, glue runner, whatever we call it. And I'll set September in. It's always fun when a new month starts. Make sure. Glue tape is so strong. It just sticks. Okay, so there we have September. So now I'm ready to go. If anything I write down in here I need to keep to reference, I put in a different notebook. So we can see I still have this many pages left for the rest of the year, which should take me for the rest of the year. Normally, last year, the year before, I've used 2 brain dump notebooks for the full year, but I kept needing to go back and reference certain things, and it was really hard to find, and I had a million post-it little sticky tags, page flags. And so this is the year I decided to try and switch my system. This is just these are both Motrin covers, but I switched the system, and this is the 2024 Common Planner, again in that mauve, because it's just beautiful. Still the same phrase. It's been true every day. I love looking at it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So then I can follow up to the month. I started a new size I'm going to play with for next year. So these are the Sterling ink releases. So I ordered a B5 this morning. But then on these, I do have the tabs. And these tabs are a little hard to see, but they're from Cloth and Paper. So I have the clear tabs from someone else. I don't remember. I think it's just a super generic something from Staples. And then the monthly tabs. So what I do is anything that is a brain dump that I need to, that I need to reference back, I put in here. So this is the weekly, but you know, January, February. So I do the same dividers. But these are often like health things, house things, anything I need to reference back to. And again, there's still plenty of paper left. So I figured rather than having 2 brain dumps in a planner, let me just have one planner that is basically dedicated things that I can keep referencing back to. And one is just, you know, I can't sleep at night, so let me sit in bed and dump it out. I did that the other day, and I used like 3 pages. So my brain was just going and wouldn't shut off. So let's see here. I didn't line it up quite perfectly. But it's good. But I think, you know, going into next year, I'll be graduating in June. The role I'm in so far is already, you know, knock on wood, provided a much better work-life balance and headspace. I was just in a very depressed state for a long time. You know, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm very blessed to have a new opportunity so I can do things like that make me happy again. So I really like it. Every once in a while, you know, you can see like some stickers if I feel like it, but a lot of times it's not just writing. But it works for me. I really enjoy the way it's working. So I love it. And now is the time I get to like think through, what do I want next year's system to be? And that's always fun. If you're trying to think through your systems already, let me know in the comments what you're thinking of using. Are you changing it up at all? Are you going to keep what you're using? Just curious. My system has changed a ton over the past, but it's fun. You know, that's what makes this, that's what makes it fun. So these are really the 2 I use every single day. But I started to say, since next year I'll be graduating, and work is a little different, I might try an A5 size. Because like, for instance, I bought an A5 to use this year and didn't. So this is the part 2 of the Sterling ink planner, and I haven't used it. So I might play around with this for the rest of this year since I have it. And it starts in, I think, June. So for the second half. But I like this size. So I'm thinking the B5 I ordered, if you're looking at the screen now, it'll probably take up the whole screen. Whereas this is an A5. And comparatively, this is a B6. So it's a little smaller. But I like this if I want to write a lot. And the B5 will just give me that much more room. So I'm going to try and figure out what I do with this, because the chunk of the time is like work time. So maybe I'll keep this as a section of like what I need to do that day, or I'll plan the week out in advance and make note of what do I need to prep for, what do I need to be ready to talk about, etc., what deliverables are due. Because I never used to keep anything like this size for work because it was just back to back to back meetings. It would have been super redundant and incredibly hard to keep up with that. So I'm gonna try and maybe play around with this and see if I like it for next year and what I decide to do. But Sterling Inks, I think the next release, September 8th, is going to be Traveler's Notebooks, and then 15th is going to be like the B6, the A5, all of the like standard sizes. But I was keeping this in here. You can keep 2 at a time. So I was keeping this and just a plain Stalogy, which is a work brain dump. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to keep everything A5 next year. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. But tune in. I'm sure I'll be doing a haul of 2025 planners. Still hard to say 2025. And then this I use, but it's, again, still just for like appointments that I need to plan for, things I need to remember that if I'm out and making appointments, I'm not missing anything. So this means like travel or off. So I still like it, but I don't use these days as much. I was keeping it for like, yeah, I was really, really sick at the beginning of the year. Keeping it for like health items. I may lean more towards a budget. I have a huge Excel budget sheet I use every year. I look forward to making it. I look forward to using it. But this might be maybe for like yearly expenses now that we have a home and lawn care and a pool to take care of and all things like that, a dog. It might be for things like that where I can log it and then look back as I plan for the year ahead, things that are like repeatable. So that's that. I'm currently using one I haven't used in a while that I'm bummed I haven't used is my habit tracker. Dust her off. I still love it. Let's just see, when was the last time I tracked a habit? Yeah, sick all of March. I think I fell off basically once I was sick. Yeah, I didn't track June, July. Ooh, wow. Okay. But this is going to be my next video today. I want to, you can see I tracked some in June and just stopped. That was it. I didn't track in April at all. It's empty. Didn't track in May. I was really depressed. I was sick like all of March, end of February, March. It was awful. But I'm going to have some new habits this year, excuse me, this month. And so we'll see, some of these might be the same, but like morning pages, some of that'll be the same. Oh, things will be a little different. Whoops. Upper, lower, that might, yeah. So there's some things I might change, but I definitely slimmed it down a lot. So stay tuned. The next video will be hopefully a habit tracker setup, and we can talk about what's different. I've never had this much time go by where I don't use this ever. Kind of takes me aback a bit. Makes me a little sad. But like fitness, my husband is also my coach, so he's preparing me for a show November 9th. So since we're prepping for a show, I'm not tracking my food and workouts because he tracks it for me. Like, he knows what I need to have every day. And we just take it day by day. Training, he knows that I need to train every day and take that day by day. So the habits haven't needed to be this maybe in depth normally, just because I have a very specific goal. But I might use this guy. This is a personal compact Filofax, and they're Saffiano leather. I love this little thing, but I haven't used it. I intended to. It was very mindset focused because, again, I was in a very I was very depressed in my last role, and I wasn't a lot of me. So I might restructure this and use it if I'm just tracking, literally just tracking habits and not diet, nutrition, all of that other stuff. I might just keep it simple, compact, and keep that with me. So we'll see. When I film my habit tracker, we'll see which one it ends up in. So that's that. Let's see what's next. This is still my affirmation journal. I was doing good for a while, and then again, I was so depressed. Even just writing them wasn't helping because I just wasn't feeling very good. So that's that one. And what else do we have that I've been using? My home planner. I have to go through it, but it's, you know, it's pretty full. A lot to clean up, but I'm kind of waiting for like the fall and a day off to work in that and get it to where it's something that's you know, we can track. We spent a lot of time the last 6 months in particular finding like our people for who we know. If something breaks, we call. If we need something repaired, we call. If we need power washing, if we need any of that stuff, we've just been finding people over time. And so now I think I can make a good planner that helps us stay on track there. So that's the home planner, but that's going to take some time. That'll be probably an entire video on its own, because I want to take our time and do that right. This baby, my goal planner, I still love this, and I get into this every year, and I haven't used that in a while. So this is something I don't think I planned. I don't think I planned for 2024. Did I? Yeah. I think it is. Yeah. This is this year. But I stopped again once I got sick. I just kind of fell off and stopped everything. But I really wanted to go through this and check in and see what personal goals did I meet. My personal goals, my 5-year plan. Is it time to readjust? You know, this is for building our house, and we bought a home. So a lot's changed, but for the better, really. And it'll just take time to go through this again. But it's been a while since I checked in. I'm really happy to get back to filming. I wanted to give you all a little update. And while this is my system, just want to be transparent and say, you know, what have I been using? What has been almost impossible to keep up with? Where am I struggling? What's had to kind of take priority? But I'm excited. This is something that brings me great joy, tremendous joy, and I love sharing it with all of you because our community is the best, and you're all just so wonderful and so positive, and I couldn't be more thankful. But I'm happy to be back. If you have any recommendations, any questions, any comments at all, I'm getting back into the swing of things. I would love to hear from you. And I really appreciate your time. Time is one thing we'll never get back. So thank you for sharing it with me. If you're going through a hard time, I understand. Just know you're not alone and you matter. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye.